All right. All right. Looks like we're live. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Let's start in 2 minutes here. I'm just going to grab some water and we'll get right to it. Okay. 5 minutes will open. What do we have today? We've got give me 1 sec, everybody. This is what I'm seeing here today. Okay. Starting here from I'm blocking the daily, but starting here from the 1 hour or from the 15 minutes, let's do this. I think this is going to be, hey, Alex. Yeah, just found a sliver of time today. So let's do a live stream. But this is where we're at with today. Okay. We're going to be opening with a bearish RTH gap, which is this green bar that you see on the top right. We've got Asia lows that were already taken from today. London lows were taken. Overall, I am bullish, right? Something that price tried doing today is it tried digging into, I don't have it here. Maybe if I transpose this, we dug into this daily fair value gap here. We failed to close below the lower quadrant. We did create relative equal lows, which I'm not a fan of. But again, this might be just indicating that it's, there's support, there's strength here, and we'd probably want to see price push up all the way higher. Levels that are really sticking out to me is this one right here. This is interim relative equal liquidity. And then I really like this level right here, like all these relative equal highs just above Monday's new day opening gap. Okay. So again, a lot of resistance from a new day opening gap perspective. Again, I do want to see price push into these levels. And then our approach here is going to be see how we can ultimately, leverage, price. But again, I think we did the damage to the downside and we'll be pushing up from here. But let's wait till the open. Let's wait for a bit more market structure here, and then we'll take a possible, position. But this level right here, I'm liking. All right, this is for me. Put an eyeball here. Okay, this I'm liking. This level I'm liking as well. Okay, and then we've got, a true gap right here, liquidity void, which I think is going to be the final target. Okay. So we'll call this a 1 minute gap. And let's make this go all the way to the right. Extend right. Okay. So this right here I'm liking as well. Okay, so 3 levels. We're all the way down here. And let's see what price wants to do at 9:30. You can see my first relative equal highs are going to get tagged in a sec. We've got news at 10 o'clock today. That might be the catalyst to push price higher. But again, for final targets, it's going to be this one right here at 25.81. I think today's price action, if it were to give me perfect PA, it would be like manipulation lower, some kind of reversal, and then a push higher. That would be perfect. That would pull in a lot of money today. But we'll see. Opening in 1 minute, we got an RTH gap of roughly 40 handles, which is healthy. I'm okay with that. Usually if it's below 20, the rules are we wait after 10 o'clock. But here are core levels. And on the 5 minute here, usually I like to look at it from an RTH perspective. We're going to open up down here lower. There's a lot of sell side here that, again, needs to be taken, but doesn't have to be. And sometimes to kind of really understand where we're at with price action, looking at the RTH chart, it does help a lot. Like we're going to be opening up right here somewhere. Again, we have sell side here. We got sell side as well below us as well. So let's see what price wants to do. But the overall draw for today, I think high probability trades will be long. So I will not be shorting. I'll try not to, and we'll try to push it today. Hey, Muhammad, where were you been? You know what? Just family stuff. It's hard to commit to live trading. So my goal is once a week. I'm going to try to get that to twice a week moving forward. And I also trade better not live streaming. So hence me going offline. I get into some insane scalps. Okay, so we open up at 9:30. Are these macro times a free indicator? Christopher, yes, they are. This is the indicator, guys. It's called macro tracker by 2 degrees. Okay. Really good indicator. I really like it. It took me a really long time to find it too. So you're welcome. Insight candle day today. To be honest, how it's going to close. Looking at Monday, we pushed up and now we're pushing lower. You know, today might be an expansion day. It's Thursday. Maybe low of week has formed yesterday and we'll push higher from here. That's the buys that I'm building off of. But we have a lot of RTH or resting liquidity above us. That's kind of where I'm seeing things currently. So we've pushed into mean threshold of RTH gap. I really wish we didn't. I wish that we just dropped lower first, but that was taken. Let's see where today's first presentation is going to form. I like that 9:30 highs are still left intact. So what are 9:30 highs? Highs before 9:30. So from 7 to 9:30, those are the rules. It's this blue bar that you see here on the 15-minute chart. Okay, price is pushing lower right now. It's exiting the new day opening gap of 1023. Let's see if it closes below it. But what we want to see is we want to see a high probability setup today, guys. We want to see a high probability setup. And then like, where would we enter on, right? We'll have to see what the 1 minute gives us here. And hopefully we just don't blast to the upside here. What are you guys looking at today for positions? Are you guys more long, more short? This 1 hour fair value gap here. It's very potent. And the reason why I'm long as well is because we're below the midnight open. There's a lot of stuff happening here. We can't just go long here. Like this is, guys, can this work out? Maybe, but this is not a high probability setup. Like these lows can get murdered without any issue. I need conviction. The price is turning around and it's going to push to a higher target. Recently, my focus was on taking higher quality setups versus lower quality. And to be honest, it's less stressful. It's easier to trade. You're not sweating buckets and you're not trying to catch every single swing. It's more of when it's ultra obvious, that's what we take. I'm gonna get rid of this red line here. Observing so far, mixed bias from Mohammed. Okay. On the 15-minute chart, we've pushed, through and respected the new week opening gap of 10.6, which is a while back, 3 weeks ago. Right now, we're pushing through the end dog of 10.23, which is today's. We're currently sitting above it, or we're going to. Again, we want to see manipulation here. Easiest way to take really aggressive short stop loss targets on a live stream stop working. Sorry, guys. My system's disconnected for a second. But why is price today doing this? The reason why is we got 10 o'clock news. So at 10 o'clock, we have yellow folder news, and that might be our catalyst there, okay? So let's create a line here. And let's factor in 10 o'clock news today. This is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. orange folder. Okay. This might be our catalyst here. So what we want to do is we want to wait for 9:50, I think, today. Let's wait for first presentation. Let's see some kind of structure in the market. Right now, it's doing nothing. It's sitting in the lower half of the RTH gap. It's butting between these two new day opening gaps. And from a higher order flow perspective, we did take, like, if we look at the 1 hour here on the top left, like my tiniest chart, again, we did take Asia sell side. And I think right now price would want to push up higher, right? Would price go lower? It could, but I'm hoping it doesn't, right? So that's going to be the rejection. And then we're pushing higher to, again, the level that I want is this right here. We pushed above today's new day opening gap. We're currently sitting above it. All right, let's add some quadrants now. Wix. Let's see what price is doing. So right now I'm drawing out quadrants. This is a bullish move. I wish it wasn't happening, but it is what it is. You gotta be kidding me, man. Okay, I'm putting in some lines here. These here are from the daily 50. You can see here price came down, rejected the lower quadrant, pushed up higher. It's pushing into the mean threshold of the daily SIBI, which you can find on the candle of Friday the 10th. It still hasn't taken here buy side, which is good. This is perfect. If we get a pullback here, that would be nice to see. But this is just maybe one of those days where it just doesn't give us an entry. But again, entering here, this is not something that I don't want to do. And then even if we're like, let's say if this was our first presentation here that formed, then it doesn't take out these highs in just a second. As long as the body doesn't close above these, that's fine. I still see these relative equal highs that haven't been taken. But we might have our first presentation fair value gap for today here. Okay. And then like position, we would want something like in 6 seconds, I'll confirm it. Like a 2 points, 2 to 3. Like that's going to be ultimately the move higher. So let me get this trade's actually not that shabby. Let's see how it's going to respect this area here. Okay. It wants to push lower and then use this as a bullish PDR rate to push price higher. We're above RTH gap. I want to see this area rejected. And this might be a possible little nifty long that we can take into 25.081. Come on, price. Push it. Want to see price drop here. I do not want to see close above these candles highs here. And it just did, right? So technically liquidity was taken here from all these highs. This has become not a high probable setup anymore. And today might just be one of those days where we're just watching price go to our freaking direction. Oh boy. Like for me to take this, like if it were to reverse here and come back lower without taking 25.081, I'd have to see serious rejections from this level and it confirming that it has enough juice and it's respecting bullish PD arrays to continue pushing higher. But I guess while we wait, if you guys are enjoying, I guess, the knowledge or the stream, feel free to drop a like. I'd appreciate that. Helps the channel. And man, the price right now is hovering around this new day opening gap. The moment they start like forming on top of each other, it gets really hard to, to manage from PDA perspective. But you can see here right now, this level that I wanted it to hit, it's going to get hit any second now. And what it is, like, it's a true gap. And I think prices is going to want to fill this, right? Like these are the gaps that are great levels. And again, we'll see if price wants to, pull back here before the final sweep. But if it does do that, I will do half a risk here. And take it higher. This does not deserve a full risk position. We still have orange folder news. We're still not in the macro yet. And then if it does take it, where are some additional levels, right? We got midnight opening up still above us. Oh, damn it. Look, and it got tapped. So there you go, guys. The 3 levels that I wanted it to hit, it hit all of them and it just didn't give us an opportunity to get in. So at least I didn't see an opportunity to get in myself. So it is what it is. Again, when price opens up and does something like this, like for me, this is extremely choppy. I want to see clear PA, clear PD arrays being respected, not this back and forth here. And then like just a push up to these levels. Right. We have relative equal highs here above us. These are all targets here that can be taken. But again, look how price nicely rejected that level there. It literally touched it and it dropped lower. Okay. So this is the precision of using gaps on the 1 minute. If you guys can find them, do it. Don't use Asia's gaps because everything gaps there. What are you guys saying? I think tomorrow we'll go for all-time highs for CPI. Maybe 128 is looking for DOL. What's DOL? Day of low? Might moon. Long's kind of risky, not gonna lie. Well, yeah, from a long perspective, all of my targets have been hit. So longs definitely right now are on the riskier side. We're still below midnight open and we still have London highs above us. But again, it's something that is just unfortunate. But you know what's nice about all this is that like even if there's days like this where you try to attack 3 levels and price takes all 3 of them and doesn't give you an entry, that's a win. So I think, if you guys were selecting longs as your general bias today, using these relative equal highs and using this 1 minute, like real true gap, in my opinion, take that as a win for today. You were right on bias. Price was just a bit sloppy. The reason why is just because we got this orange folder news coming out at 10 o'clock here. So tight stop 25 points and went to 2. Yeah, you can see here price went into this new yeah. This might be targeting these levels now here. I can't get in on this. Like, this is like where, like I'm not going to be taking one-to-ones so far into a bullish move, trying to target these relative equal highs here on the 1 minute. We've just tapped midnight opening range. Sorry, give me one sec, guys. And all in all, yeah, this is one of those days, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for 10 o'clock news and see what price gives us. But again, this bullish run has been insane. There you go. Relative equal highs taken again. In my opinion, even though I was right on that one-to-one, I wouldn't have taken it. Maybe the old me would have, but not the new me. And then the next level here that is of interest is going to be London highs, right? This is something that might be taken as well, maybe with news. So these are London highs here, guys. London. And we are blasting through all of these PD arrays here. You can see here our price is like rejecting these quadrants from the daily, like this red line, right? Broke through it, respected bodies, pushing higher. Right now it's at the next quadrant. What's this right here? Tiny scalp till 128. Let's see if we get a mini pullback here. 128. Okay, if it pulls back and it respects this, I might take a 15-second scalp here. We'll see. It's like a quarter position. Let me drop down. What level is that? 11175. Okay, I'm on the 15-second chart here. Let's see if we get some kind of rejection here. Get a solid push lower, like an instant rebalance, then it closes above here. I think that's going to be a clean one-to-one to London highs. Next possible target here. But again, again, this is very scalpy. Don't recommend this. This is probably like a D plus position at this point. But I'm just seeing how it's going to respect 11175 here. 175, and it's not respecting at all from the 15-second perspective. It is dropping lower. This is something that most likely is going to be taken lower. So again, when it comes to longs and what news might take out, it might be these relative equal highs that it's forming right now. It's pushing back into, we got a 1 minute, bullish. Again, this is not a high probability fair value gap here, but it is pushing into it. There's one also below us as well here. I'll take a small long here. And we'll see here. It's a one-to-one. Quarter risk. Again, I'm going to participate in this long, even though that it never gave us a real opportunity or entry to get in. I like how we're sitting above the quadrant right now. Right now, we're probably going to get a push to these London highs here. All right, I am trailing my stop loss here. All right, my stop loss is at break even. And right now, it's just that either it hits me at break even or it hits London highs. It's one or the other. Price only has one direction here to go, so we'll see if it wants to tag me in. Oh. Perfect. All right. It filled in some 15-second imbalances right now on this push lower. And right now, this is what we want to see. We wanted to see push higher from here. We do not want to see it come back to this level if we're correct. So my stop loss is right here. And again, it's not something I want to do on these live streams, like these scalpy, C plus positions, but there was no proper 1 minute entry here today, in my opinion, on this long. There's a quick 100 pro isn't buying at the top risky. And there you go. So that's a quick, I guess, a 1-to-1 here. But when price does something like this, where it almost hits the relative equal highs and then it pulls back lower and you manage to get in on that swing to hit those highs, there's more probability there when it comes to those longs. All right. We would have had a great position if these candles here never pierced these highs, pushed lower, and then we hit. That would have been an A+ position for me today, but it was missing a couple of pips here. It was missing 4 pips for that proper position. We're in the macro right now. Remember, we have orange folder news today. Price is pumping, guys. It's pumping. Let me move this up here for you guys so we know when 10 a.m. is. Retrospectively looking here, see this green line right here? This is the lower quadrant of the daily SIBI that occurred on December the 10th. So find it in your charts and look what it did here. Look how nicely it was respected in this area. Once, twice. It finally broke above it. And I'm seeing this hindsight. And sometimes you don't see these things right away, but price went down. It respected it. All these bodies are staying above it. And to be honest, that position that I drew out earlier on this with the stop loss here, to be honest, there was some merit to it, but I just didn't see it back then. So maybe that was my miss. Where is it up to? We're in the macro right now after all of this liquidity to the upside. Let's look at the 5-minute here. So in terms of session liquidity, we pierced everything that we wanted to pierce. And the next level's here. And I don't expect a straight run up here, but on the 1 hour, this is going to be this here. This is going to be our bullish breaker, okay? I'm going to denote it as plus BB. And then we just got a boatload of sell side liquidity sitting above us here, right? So these are our relative. Are these relatively equal? Technically, they all are, right? But these are our relative equal highs. Okay. So that's, I think, we pushed higher. We took out sell side, expansion higher. What we want to see is, a pull lower. And this is, again, it might be it's tomorrow's CPI. Give me 1 sec here. Yeah, tomorrow's CPI on a Friday. Usually they happen on Thursdays, if I'm not mistaken. But we want to see a push lower, some kind of rejection here, and then a continuation. But again, this might not happen here. This is 200 points away. But in terms of intermediate action, again, this is not like a long I'll take from here to there. Well, we have to see it come lower, respect high level PD arrays, and then push higher. Yeah, TP smash. Oh, you took a long there? Nice. Mohammed, congratulations. Did anyone else manage to grab longs today? Being honest with you guys, this win right here, it didn't satisfy me. There's zero satisfaction from the scalp here. So we'll trade today till 10:15. We'll see if we can get a trade in, like a proper trade. But again, right now we are pushing at the upper end of that SIBI, indicated in this blue line here. You can see we're respecting it. Sorry for the coughing. We're in the macro right now after such a big push. Price is moving sideways right now over the last 4 minutes. It's finding a top here. And what we want to do is trying to build a new premise for a trade. Again, if you look at the 15-minute chart, like, do you guys think this is going to be high probability longs to these levels? I don't think so, right? I think that the run is done for today. Maybe a short if we see something spectacular. But again, the question is what levels do you want to short into? Are there any relative equal lows? Is a shift in market structure, clear gapping that you think price is going to fill in? I don't see any of that. Nothing. Right now we pumped how many pips? 150 pips, or not pips, but points in the last 25 minutes. What I do want to see is gapping around these quadrants. So if you guys saw my latest video on YouTube, that's when we find high probability setups. But we've got some first presentation fair value gaps here above us. So again, that could be a possible draw from earlier today. Let's quickly scan these charts from Wednesday of last week. Give me one sec. Okay. Where do I see clear draw on liquidity? Right here. We got I'm going to mark this level here. This might be a level that we might want to approach. Again, guys, I'm really scrapping here on levels that we might take from a long perspective. Oops, look at that. The price is continuing to push higher. I'm dropping quadrants right now on the BIST from October the 20th. I feel like I'm chasing price here. It's just this weird pressure I get when I go live. This level right here, this quadrant. Let's see how it respects it. This is the upper quadrant of one BIST and the 3/4 quadrant of another BIST. I can't show you guys because I'm blocking. Actually, hold on. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. This is supposed to be learning, but ultimately, this is how I'm drawing my quadrants here. So you can see here, I'm using the quadrants from this SIBI. I'm using the quadrants from this BIST, and I'm seeing how price wants to respect them. And you can see here, the quadrant of this blue fair value gap aligns very well with this red upper fair value gap here, okay? So that's something that I'm looking at, okay? You guys can't see it, but it's something that I'm staring at in my chart. We're going to wait for orange folder news in the next 3 minutes and see if there's anything tradable, okay? But again, a level that might get hit is this right here. Okay. These New York first presentation fair value gaps from a while ago. Alex, I missed that buy at the very bottom before the market opened. I had to use a restroom. Yeah, it's okay. And then we got to use a restroom. Let's wait 3 minutes here. Let's see if price gives me anything clear. If not, we're going to close off the end stream. And if you guys didn't trade, wait for the next macro. Or to be honest, a really good candidate here would be a lunch macro. So for those that don't know how to trade lunch, if you see runs like this, where after the open, price just runs in one direction, it's a really easy to start shorting opportunity around 11:30. Okay. So again, lunch is designed to take profits from the morning traders. So if I see price continuing to run up, I will be shorting in the next, or I'll be starting to short around 11 o'clock at that macro and onwards till 1 o'clock. And then the 1:30 session opens up and we'll see what that gives. But so far for what price is giving me right now and then the information here, we do want to see a bit more. So we're going to have a high probability fair value gap here in a sec. If this candle here gives me a fair value gap, nope. But if it didn't wick here, then that would have been a high probability fair value gap that I would have been basing a trade off of to the next quadrant of price action being here. So orange news in 1 minute. I'll delete that line and let's see if we can get something here. One final little trade for today. Currently, I'm sitting at 150 times 5 accounts, but just under $1,000. All right, we're at 10 o'clock. News hit. Looks like price is still bullish. It's still pushing. We're above the quadrant here. Again, no fair value gaps have formed here. I guess we had one here, but this is not considered, as per ICT's latest teachings, a high probability fair value gap. If I'm taking a long here to this level, I want to have conviction that it's going to go there. But look below us right now. We've got these relative equal lows here. So this is minor sell side. Right? Price most likely is going to, tag this. And look at that. It's going towards it. So obvious, so easy. Right? And once it does it, this is going to be a market structure shift to the downside on the 1 minute, right? Low, higher, high, and then we're breaking that low and we're creating a lower low there. So again, that is that reversal on the 1 minute chart. So again, longs right now, like this is like the first 1 minute market structure shift that we're having to the downside. Price might close right above it, don't get me wrong, but in terms of trying to position a trade here, shorting low risk already for the day. Yeah. To be honest, if we're looking for positions here, I think the squeeze to the upside is the higher risk and shorting is the lower risk. So I think what Muhammad is doing correct. I just don't see like this is going to be, the rejection of this quadrant here and the upper BSC. This is going to be the bearish breaker. And then we got a fair value gap here that was respected to the downside here. So, and again, like if you're shorting it from here, let me delete my previous position that I took long. Like where would you be targeting? What's your level there, Muhammad? Enlighten me. To be honest, this level right here is a level, but maybe like I would have, like if I was shorting this, I would have my stop right there, the 2-to-1 there. But for me, just not the right time of day here. We're in a macro. This is not the lunchtime macro. High probability for me would be it continues pushing up for the next hour and then it starts shorting. But let's see how it's going to respect this bearish breaker here. How it wants to respect the mean threshold of it. If it wants to get back above into this right here. Right, here's a bearish PD array that was respected. Targeting. Yeah, what's your target there? 91. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's so for me, that would have been just like the second fair value gap here. I was just a level right above the midnight opening range. So I think that's high probability. 4-to-1, perfect. I'm not even getting 4-to-1 right now. I'm targeting that. So you must have entered pretty high here. But again, am I taking this as of right now? No. I need to wait for a bit more here. Like I have to be absolutely convinced that I'm catching the top of the market and it wants to drop lower. So, but like on the 15-minute perspective, let me draw in some more makeup here, some more lipstick. See, so this candle right here in the next 15 seconds is going to indicate if this is going to push lower or if it's possibly going to move sideways or higher. So bearish breaker has been invalidated here. For it to be validated, the next candle has to drop aggressively right below it. And that's a validation of the bearish breaker. But right now I'm leaning for it to be invalidated. If this candle closes above like this, I'm going to see this as a high probability fair value gap here, okay? I just don't want to see it lower. Never mind. Price isn't giving me what I wanted to show you guys today. But look what price did here on the 5-minute. Just pushed into this 5-minute bullish fair value gap and it pushed away from it. If it closes like this in the next 20 seconds, this is going to be like not an immediate rebalance, but this right here is a nice rejection that we're getting. Let's see here. Short position. Let's see how this candle closes in 6 seconds. If it closes below the bullish breaker, I will take it. If it closes above the mean threshold, I'm not taking it. Not interested. There you go. That's my invalidation there. Again, clean price action, guys. And remember, we had a crazy run up. So right now I am expecting that price is going to get a bit murky. And don't get me wrong, Muhammad might be right about this and it might drop lower. It's just not in scope for my trading. Okay. There you go. So we'll see what price wants to do here. You're trying to catch a top, which I think is risky, and B, like this is not like pristine PA from my, in my opinion. I think this is very muddy. It's consolidating. I really hope we continue pushing higher and then we drop lower. Here are London highs. All in all, let's wait a bit longer. Where's your entry, Muhammad? I'll probably say break even, man. Like right now, price on the 5-minute, it's battling this bullish fair value gap here. And if it doesn't break below it and it closes in the upper half in the next 3 minutes, that is a red flag that it's going to turn around and push higher. So that's like what we want to see is this invert to the downside. $25157. Nice. Nice. All right. So yeah, break even there would be, I feel like having your stop right there at 162, that's probably where I would have it. I wouldn't want to see this this bearish order block being taken from a body close perspective or from the wick at least, like minimum 167 stop loss. Like if it breaks this, I think. But again, it's right now it's filling in the second unfilled fair value gap here. But guys, we are coming to the end of the macro. Longs are ultra risky. Shorts look better than longs, but I'm still not in love with them. Even though I think it's probably going to drop here. I think Muhammad might be on something. But again, just always trade to your plan. And trade like the super clean setups. Like this was super clean in my opinion. Like this here, like this long, that was like an easy 1.5 to 1 or to this level. But once it starts breaking these levels, don't feel forced. You guys didn't trade, you didn't lose money, and that's a win as well. And look, this is where I am going to. This right here is ICT's new suspension block. Okay. This here is a strong fair value gap. This shouldn't break to the upside. If it's true to its position, like something like that. 1, 2, 3, suspension. There's 3 suspension blocks here. Where's midnight open? Right there. We got a bearish order block here. Suspension blocks, 2 of them formed. Having stop loss here, like this position, honestly, assuming it's going to keep dropping lower, these are good PDRAs to go off of. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. Let's see how price is going to respect that. Yeah. There you go. Suspension block is reject. I want to see price kind of wick into this area and then wick down. That's gonna be confirmation that it doesn't want to sit above mean thresholds of these suspension blocks here. But this right here, this is key. Like, you know, if I was you, Muhammad, I'll go to break even right now. Like if it breaks this and it breaks also like this other suspension block, like these two levels, it's probably gonna start heading higher. It'd be nice to see price close in the next 15 seconds below this, and then let's see it push higher and give us a better respect here. I regret not entering on that suspension block there. Should have done it. Ah. There was also a bearish order block here as well. There's a lot of convincing PD arrays there. All right. Price is pushing into the next quadrant. But to be honest, that was a confirmation entry there. This is looking decent for a drop lower. But all in all, guys, the entry here was very short-lived. Getting into that suspension block there, it just tapped into it and pushed straight away from it. I am personally done trading the morning session here. And yeah, Muhammad, I think your position is going to keep dropping until at least the midnight open. So if you guys enjoyed it, take care. Feel free to like this the live stream, and maybe I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. If not, the next week. Take care, guys, and stay